Hey everybody, it's Brenda. Welcome to Life on Goldman Road. It has been a crazy day. It is Sunday. Clarence is at the chicken house cleaning out still, but there was nothing for me to do, so I've been in the house working today, hence this wildness you see here. Breakfast is biscuits still on the stove. I have not emptied or filled up the dishwasher today, so all of that back there is what it is. I have been trying to get clothes folded and put away and thrown away and whatever clothes in the bedroom. I hate folding clothes. I hate worse putting them up. I don't know what it is. I have some sort of block, I think. So, but I'm hearing a lot of that from other people too. But today, something new, something exciting. Clarence is going to turn me loose on the pellet smoker. I'm a little nervous. He has it set up. He cleaned it out. He put new pellets in there. Everything's good to go. All I have to do is turn a knob. I hope. He wants smoked meatloaf tonight. And obviously he wants it really, really bad. Because normally, I know how to grill. I can do the charcoal grill. I can do a gas grill. I've never really dealt with the pellet grill except turning it off. So, he really must want smoked meatloaf tonight. So we're going to try. We're going to give it to him. I hope. I'm going to take you along as we form up this meatloaf. I got my bowl. My venison is defrosted, unthawed, however you want to say it. I've got a recipe that is similar to my recipe. We're going to kind of go by it. I will post it below. I normally do Clarence's, Aunt Louise's recipe. But I don't see that cookbook, and Pinterest is a little bit more handy today. So, I probably put it up somewhere. Do y'all ever do that when you're cleaning? You know you're going to be using something, but yet you go and put it up somewhere else, and it's hard to find. Anyway, off track today. So we're going to do this recipe. It is calling for 2 pounds of lean ground beef. I have 1. It's just Clarence and myself. I don't need 2 pounds of meatloaf. But we're going to add some breadcrumbs, onion, eggs, garlic, salt and pepper, the usual stuff. Then we're going to do a glaze of ketchup, vinegar, and brown sugar. Now, this recipe is as close to Aunt Louise's as I can get today, so we're going to go with it. I will post the original recipe down below. But we're going to do this on the pellet smoker today. So, I'm going to reposition you. I'm going to get our venison in the bowl and get to going on putting it together. Alright, first up is to get our venison in the bowl. Now, I don't know if I've ever shown you this, but our butcher vacuum seals. Now, this is defrosted, so it's very pliable and everything, but this is wonderful. If you can get someone to vacuum seal your meat, or if you have a vacuum sealer and you do it at home, it lasts so much longer. This venison was processed probably last year, possibly the year before, but it is still perfectly fine. I have not run across one thing that we have vacuum sealed or have gotten from our processor that is vacuum sealed that has ever had freezer burn or anything like that. It is all fabulous. And then he puts this little sticker on there. I don't know if you can read that or not, but it says, "Deer hamburger, no fat, not for sale." Because it is ours, and we paid for the processing of this meat. So we're going to get this in our bowl. I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to get the rest of our ingredients going. We'll get it done. Okay, y'all, I think I'm sort of semi-ready. We've got our venison in our bowl. It is ground up and defrosted and ready to go. We're going to add 1 egg. And I have a half an onion left over from this morning. We had an omelet. So I'm just going to use it, and I think that will be enough. I've got my squeezed garlic because I don't feel like chopping garlic. We'll do about that much. And I guess I could have used powder. Alright. Oh, we have got breadcrumbs. I've got plain. Normally I have like seasoned breadcrumbs, but I don't know. For some reason, I only have the plain right now. So we're going to add, we're cutting this recipe in half. So we're going to do about a half a cup of breadcrumbs in that. And I'm going to get this onion out and chop it up. And try not to cut my fingers off. We'll chop that separate. And I'm not the world's best chopper, but I try to keep all my fingers. Now, a vegetable peeler, that's another story. I don't know if you can see that or not. I have a scar on my thumb right there. Took the hide off while I was trying to peel pears. Those vegetable peelers will get you every time. Now I'm doing this pretty fine. Of course, it's gonna run away from me, but we'll get it chopped up. Woo! And there it just splatters, but we're gonna go through and chop a little extra, and it'll all work out. It'll be fine. It's just me and Clarence, so I'm not having to worry about somebody that don't like onions. So if there's one that's a little bigger than usual, it's not gonna hurt anything. Let me chop this up right quick. And I think that will be plenty for our meatloaf. Maybe one day I'll take a knife class, so I'll know how to cut. We just do it and it gets done. We're not fancy about it. We're gonna add that in. Oh, and I know y'all gonna fuss. I did that with the wrong side of my knife, but this poor knife needs sharpening anyway. So we're gonna call that a day. We're gonna add salt and pepper to this, because we need flavored meatloaf. So salt and some pepper, and y'all can see back there my Kindle that shows me my recipe. Now it calls for some barbecue rub and oh shoot, I should have preheated our smoker. Let's run outside and do that right quick, and then I will get in on mixing this together. Oh, he swears I'm ready to go. So this recipe calls for us to do this at 225 for like hours, and the other recipe that I was looking at said 325 for an hour and a half. So that's more doable in my time frame. I don't have a 325 on here. I have a 300 or a 350. So I'm gonna set it on 300, and then we'll just check our internal temp. But right now we're just preheating. So here we are. We're set at 300, and we are coming up to temp. So we're gonna let that come up, and we'll mix up our meatloaf. All right. Just like we left it. Let me stick to the hush. They always want to talk. All right. You could do this with a spoon. And I guess we could try it with a spoon. But I've always, you know, I do it like my mama does and just get in there with your hands. But let's see if we can get it mixed around with this spoon. Kind of save the gooiness on our hands. It's doing all right, but okay, now it's going. Get all those breadcrumbs mixed in. That was plenty of onion, so that is perfect. Okay, all mixed up. Now what do we do? Let's see. Avoid over mixing. Things you read after you've done something. Let's catch up. Okay, so we are gonna do our ketchup, vinegar, and brown sugar on this. Okay. All right, let me get all of that stuff and we'll be right back. I figure just doing everything in this little measuring cup would be fine. So we're going to get out a tablespoon. Do y'all ever read a recipe and you're thinking, that's not enough? This is kind of one of those, the glaze is a half a cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, and a tablespoon of dark brown sugar. Now, I don't have dark brown sugar. I just have light brown. But that just don't seem like enough brown sugar. I don't know. And I might have to go and get some more ketchup. And I apologize if it makes a noise. See, y'all. That worked better anyway. Sorry, I was covering that up. Okay. Now, let me throw that away. And I guess I could have cut the glaze in half as well, because we did our meat in half. But, I don't know. All right, 2 tablespoons of vinegar. We're trying to pour slow, but you know we're going to over pour. Oh, not by much. Not by much. Okay, look at that. Perfect pour. Now, the brown sugar. Now, my brown sugar is in a Ziploc bag because my Ziploc bag... Sorry, my dogs wanted to talk too. It's in a Ziploc bag because the Ziploc bag that my brown sugar came in, it don't want to zip back up. So, we are going to measure this with our heart because I just don't think a tablespoon is enough. So, we're probably going to do 2 tablespoons. Ooh, can you see that? It's just, it's a little bit more than a tablespoon. We don't want to, let me get that. Don't want to lose that goodness. And my countertop's clean. Good Lord. Anyway, I'm the one eating it. It's fine. Now. Woo, that's vinegar. Should we do a little taste test? Let's see. Y'all, that's ketchup. We're going to have to add a little more. That just don't. I don't get any vinegar and no brown sugar. So we're going to add another spoon of vinegar. And I know, y'all, I have changed recipes in the past. And I tell you all the time, trust the process. Trust the process. And here I go, altering another recipe, but I'm the one that's got to eat this. And I want to tell y'all the truth when I try it. But that was just ketchup. That didn't taste like brown sugar. It didn't taste like vinegar. Okay. We finally got that vinegar taste. I like that. It's not very sweet, but that's okay. We're gonna trust the process at this point. So that was a half a cup of ketchup, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, light brown sugar, and 3 tablespoons of white vinegar. Now just remember, I'm gonna put this recipe down below. So, okay, let's get our meat formed into a loaf. We're gonna baste it as it cooks with this, and I may probably gonna separate this because I like this on my meatloaf, not just a glaze. So I'm gonna get a little container and reserve some of this because we're not gonna use all this to glaze, and we don't want to eat this if we've dipped our glaze, our brush in here. So let's try to stay on track on something. So I'm gonna get a little container and get some of this out. Okay, y'all, I'm probably gonna reserve about half of this, so because you don't need that much. And I may actually add a little bit more brown sugar. Let's add a little more. Okay. Now, all right, we're going to set that aside. That's ours. And then we're going to glaze our meatloaf with this. So let me get it formed up so we can get it out to the smoker. All right, let's get our meat. We're gonna put it out here on this plate. And we're gonna form it on this plate. Okay. Left a little. And I really don't know how thin or thick or... All right. That looks pretty good. We're going to go with that. All right. Let me wash my hands. And we'll take it out to the smoker. All right, y'all. We are so close to temp. I bet it's going to change while we stand here. Well, maybe. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, we're ready to put our meat on. We have our... Y'all, my phone went crazy. But anyway, all right. Here we are. We've got our meat. We are at 300 degrees. I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Ooh, goodness. But, let's see. All right, y'all, I couldn't do it one-handed. So, there it is on the smoker. We're going to close the lid and let it cook for a little while. We'll be back out to glaze it. Got to come back up to temp. But we're going to let it cook. All right, this has been on for about 30 minutes. So, I'm going to go ahead and baste it for the first time. It's starting to get a little darker. And I probably should have brought like my brush. But we can make do. We're going to see what happens anyway. Okay. We're going to let that go. and maybe it's got to come back up to temp. Maybe in another 30, 45 minutes, we'll do it again. All right, y'all. Oh, it looks good. It has actually been on a little longer than supposed to. It's probably been on closer to 2 hours. I just glazed it for the last time. I'm going to see if we can get it off without breaking it apart. You want to do? Don't chase it. Alright, got it on a plate. We'll get that little bit, or make it go away. And it went away. Alright, we're going to take this bad boy inside. And let it rest for just a second. Okay, y'all. Here it is, my plate. Look. Look at that meatloaf. So good. Got our glaze on it. Looks so good. And I did. These are canned potatoes with seasoning and pan fried. We will have to do that together one day. But this is supper. I'm about to enjoy it. Okay, y'all. Supper was great. We are definitely going to keep that on the menu. Easy to cook. Didn't have to worry with it. No grease. You know, sometimes meatloaf just has a lot of grease when you cook it in a pan, but this was not. No grease involved. Oh, it was fabulous. The potatoes were great. Y'all, we're going to have to do those together. Those, so simple, so easy. That is coming up. We will do that recipe together. But I appreciate you coming along with us today as I did something new on the pellet smoker. So proud that Clarence allowed me to do that. So I appreciate you being along with me. So until next time, I will see you later.